From the California Highway Patrol all the way to each of us, safety is the number one concern on every school bus.
The Clovis Unified School District takes great care in providing you with safe, dependable buses and well-trained drivers. In fact, statistics show that riding on a school bus is the absolute safest way to travel, safer than flying, driving, or riding the train.
Each driver's day starts early, before the bus ever leaves to pick you up. Each driver has to check 150 different items to make certain the bus is in the best of condition. Only then will the driver begin the drive that will take you to and from school safely. For the next few minutes, we will show you how you can help yourself and others on the bus be safe and comfortable while you ride to and from school.
As you leave your home and you're on the way to school or the bus stop, you must begin to observe safety precautions. When you meet your friends on the way, be sure to stop, look, and listen every time you cross a street. Stop before you step into the street. Look both ways for any cars or trucks that may be on the street. Listen for any noises that might tell you a car or truck is coming. When the street is clear of traffic, you can cross safely. And it's best to use a marked crosswalk to get across the street. If you ride the bus, remember to stand back at least 10 feet from the side of the road. State of California laws require that you stay at least 10 feet away from the bus until it's stopped and the door is open for you. Once the door is open, you can move to the bus and begin getting on board. Get on the bus one at a time and hold on to the handrail. The steps can be slippery when they're wet. Moisture picked up on the soles of your shoes could cause you to slip and fall on the steps. Once you're on the bus, take the first available seat. If you want to sit with a friend, line up with your friend outside the bus. As you board the bus, you'll see signs posted above the bus windshield and throughout the bus. They're called Bus Rules of Conduct. They'll tell you how to behave when you're riding a school bus. Let's go over those rules. They are important to us all.
First, fighting of any sort is prohibited, and this means fighting with fists or words. A fist fight or wrestling will result in a 10-day suspension, and fighting with words can result in a 5-day suspension.
Rule number 2. Threatening or harassing another person on the bus is also prohibited. That can result in a 5-day suspension from the bus.
Rule number 3. You may not bring any weapons of any sort, laser pens, drugs, or alcohol on the bus at any time. Breaking this rule is also a result of a 10-day suspension from the bus.
Rule number 4. Always cross the street in front of the bus, and only under the supervision of the bus driver. It's the law for your safety. The driver can stop oncoming traffic while you are crossing, and the driver will always know where you are when crossing the street.
Rule number 5. Follow the driver's instructions at all times. In an emergency, following your driver's instructions could save your life.
Rule number 6. When riding on the bus, stay in your seat and face the front of the bus when the bus is moving. If you're moving around or not sitting properly in your seat, if the bus driver has to put on the brakes in a hurry, you may be thrown around and hurt.
Rule number 7. Keep your arms, head, and legs inside the bus at all times. When you are sitting correctly in your seat, no part of your body will be outside the bus. This is an easy rule to follow.
Rule number 8. Profanity, indecent language, and obscene gesturing are not allowed on the school bus. Violating this rule can result in a 5-day suspension from the bus.
Rule number 9. Any property you deface, damage, or destroy will be paid for by you and or your parent or guardian. Treat the bus just as you would treat your family car.
Rule number 10. Just like in the classroom, you cannot eat, drink, or chew gum on the bus. This rule is designed for your safety. Children often choke on food or candy, and the driver cannot drive and watch all of the children on the bus. Another reason is to keep the bus clean for you and all other riders. You know what a mess it can be when you step in chewing gum or sit on a sticky seat.
Rule number 11. Spitting or throwing objects, books, balls, or hats is prohibited. The same rule applies inside and outside the bus. No spitting or throwing objects is allowed.
Rule number 12. Loud, boisterous noises, singing, and whistling will not be permitted. Any of these noises can be distracting to the driver, and the driver needs to concentrate on the roadway and traffic, not your noises.
Rule number 13. You may not bring any glass objects, cleats, inflated balloons, radios, tape recorders, rollerblades, skateboards, or any other things on the school bus that will be in your way of getting on or off the bus. For safety's sake, leave them at home.
Rule number 14. By law, animals or insects, dead or alive, are not permitted on the school buses. The only exception is for a seeing eye dog or other animal necessary to the owner's well-being. If you must bring an animal or insect for an exhibit for a class project, you must arrange for a ride from a parent or other adult driver.
The bus rules of conduct are enforced to help keep you safe as you travel from home to school and back home again. They are simple rules of good conduct. Keep in mind that if you cannot obey the rules and break them on a regular basis, you may lose the privilege of using school bus transportation. There are some new laws which your school bus driver has to keep in mind and enforce to protect you as well. Every time the driver stops the bus to load or unload students, the law requires that the amber warning lights be lit 200 feet before the bus stops at a designated school bus stop. Once stopped, if appropriate, the driver will turn on the flashing red signal lights and extend the stop signal arm before any students are permitted off the bus. The driver must check for traffic and make certain the flashing lights are operating before opening the door. If you must cross the street when all is safe and the bus is stopped, the driver will step out of the bus and escort all students from pre-kindergarten to 12th grade across the roadway. As we said before, when the bus is stopped, always cross in front of the bus. The bus driver will hold a stop sign to remind oncoming traffic to stop. But you must always follow the driver's instructions. Not everyone driving a car follows the rules. There's another thing to keep in mind. When you get off the bus, move away from the bus. Even though the driver has a number of mirrors useful in traffic, there are blind areas around the bus where you might not be seen by the driver when the bus is underway again. And if you should drop something anywhere around the bus, do not try to pick it up yourself. Let the driver know,
I dropped my backpack.
and he or she will pick it up for you. There are two reasons for this. First, you won't be around the bus if it should move. And second, the driver knows the bus is clear to move and no one is in danger. Remember the 10-foot rule we talked about earlier? That applies when you're leaving the bus as well. You should leave the bus in single file, holding onto the handrail and moving away from the bus in an orderly way. There's no rush. Don't run, but do move away from the bus. Every day, thousands of students ride school buses here in the Clovis district. As we said before, riding on a school bus is the safest way to travel. Seldom is there any sort of danger. But accidents do happen, and we want you to know what to do in an emergency. First, let's imagine something has happened to the bus driver. A sudden sickness makes the driver faint. Each bus is equipped with a knob which controls the parking brake. Should the bus driver become ill or unconscious, you can pull the knob and the bus will slowly come to a stop. The knob is in different places on different buses. Your driver will show you where the emergency knob is on your bus. Or you can ask if you don't know. School buses are seldom involved in accidents, but you should be prepared by knowing what to do in an emergency. Every school bus is equipped with several emergency doors. The front door may be the best exit available. Your driver will show you how to open the front door, as well as point out all of the emergency exits on the bus you ride. There are printed instructions at each door to help you open the exit. You almost always pull up on the handle and push the exit door out. You should know where each of the emergency exits is located. Generally, there's an emergency exit at the rear of the bus, one on each side, the front entrance exit, and often one or two in the roof of the bus. Whenever it becomes necessary to use an emergency exit, the first person through the exit should help the second person out. Then the two of them can help the rest of the passengers leave the bus. Those helping should offer their hands with the palms up to the people leaving the bus. Don't try to grab other people. Let them use your open hand as support as they leave the bus. This is faster and safer than trying to hold on to the other person. There are some other tips on using the emergency exits. Leave your books, lunch, or anything you are carrying on the bus. Those things can be replaced. We can't replace you. As you get ready to leave the bus, zip or button jackets or sweaters so loose clothing won't catch on anything as you get off. Whichever exit you must use, move in an orderly fashion, starting with the row of seats closest to the exit. Once you're out of the bus, move away from it quickly without running. Once you are 100 feet or more from the bus, form a group and wait for help from the driver or other adults. Older students on the bus should help the younger ones in the event of an emergency. You'll be riding a school bus nearly every day you're in school. We've talked about the rules you should follow to make your trip on the bus safer and more enjoyable. The rules are there for you to read on every bus. They really are very simple. Stay in your seat. Don't make loud noises. Don't fight with others on the bus. Behave as you do in your classroom. Follow the bus driver's instructions. Stay away from the bus until it is completely stopped. And always cross in front of the bus.
If your bus is equipped with a lap shoulder belt restraint system, you are required to wear it any time the bus is in motion. Please make sure the lap belt fits securely across your upper thighs and the shoulder restraint system across your chest. Never place it behind you. Your driver will demonstrate proper usage.
Students simply sit down and buckle up, just as they do in their family vehicles. The basic design is built around an integrated 3-point lap and shoulder harness belt with a smooth, retractable mechanism built into the seat back. The student safety seat is as familiar and easy to use as it is new and revolutionary. It's not something the students have to learn or get used to. Buckling in is simple, quick, and convenient. The lap buckle fastens quickly and securely. The shoulder clip adjusts smoothly to fit students of virtually any size. When students are ready to leave, the lap belt unbuckles easily for a quick exit. Safety and comfort in school bus seating has never been so simple or secure.
The driver's job is to take you to and from school as safely as possible.
Yeah, and you could help us, your classmates, and yourself by knowing and following the rules.
Your ride on the bus can be more enjoyable when all the students respect one another.
Well, thanks for watching and listening. Remember to watch and listen when you're crossing the road. Well, have a nice ride every day.